Yo, what's going on, gamers, coders, speedrunners, and all-around game enthusiasts? This is Joystick Justin, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play the game that I've made. So, I'm going to do this in File 2. So, first you can name the file anything. I'm going to say uh, tutorial, probably spelling that absolutely wrong, but I don't really care. Tutorial. And I'm going to choose, you can choose any of these characters, it doesn't really matter. I'll choose the Archer. And boom, so there's the Archer. I'm just going to close it to make sure that the game file actually saved with Archer. Yeah, so, uh, here's how you play the game. So, um, in this screen, I'll actually get to this screen later. Start with the inventory. So in the inventory, you have these potions. Now, this is a really important thing. The health and the mana potion are the only ones that are coded in beta version 1.0. But for now, you can use those potions. So I'm going to buy a bunch of these because you start with 15 of the green shards. So these are gamma, beta, and alpha shards. So pressing the combine button will take 2 level 1s and turn them into 1 level 2. And this combine button does the same, turning 2 level 2s into a level 3. So that's how that works. You start with 15 of these shards so that you can actually spend them to buy health potions, to start your game with health potions. So, I'm going to begin the game. So, I'll start an easy dungeon. And here we go. So this is how you play the game. So you can press the attack button, and every character has 2 different attacks. So this is the name of the attack, and the number here is how much mana it uses. So you have your health bar and your mana bar. You only see the enemy's health bar. They do have a mana bar, but it doesn't show up for you. So if I use Flaming Arrow, it takes 3 mana. So I'm going to actually save that because this slime is going to die in one shot. So you can also, there are 2 different types of rooms. There's a treasure chest room, which is shown as green on this little map. So this map is kind of a map of the rooms. So red means that it's an enemy room. That's why this room had an enemy in it. And then there's a green, which represents the chest room. So this is another chest room. So it's there. And so you can't go this way. So the easy dungeon is a 3x3 of rooms. The medium is 4x4, and the hard is 5x5. So these are all chest rooms, which is pretty lucky for me. Here's an enemy. So I'll show you the Flaming Arrow. It takes 3 mana. So the mana bar is going to go down a little bit. And there's a Flaming Arrow. Obviously, my game is not animated the best, but it's just the way it is when you're only one programmer programming an entire game. So once you get to the last room, it'll tell you that there's a key, and I think I actually skipped that already, but it'll tell you there's a key, and you take that key to the middle room, and then the key will come in, and this bigger boss slime will show up. So this is where I'm going to use all my mana. I'm going to use a lot of mana to defeat this enemy. So I'll show you the inventory now because my health is getting low. So, as I said before, the mana potion and the health potion are the only ones that I've actually coded. So the health potion restores your mana, and the health potion restores your health. And the mana potion restores your mana. Level 1 restores it by 20%, which is really not that much. Level 2 does 45, which is pretty good. Level 3 restores your health to full. No matter how low it is, it goes right up to full. So I'll use that. And the enemy slime will attack you after you've used the potion. So it's kind of like turn-based. And in the next version of the game, I'll have some sort of like thing pop up saying the slime saw an opportunity to attack you. So the slime gave me 2 gamma shards and some experience. So I got 16 gamma shards and 30 experience. The Archer leveled up. So it leveled up twice. So in this screen, this is the next thing that I think is pretty cool. So in the screen, right here you have your level of your character, and here are all the stats of your character. You can also see the experience you have and how much you need to get to the next level. So I need 48 more experience to go to level 4. So every time you level up, so I leveled up twice, which gave me 2 upgrade points. I started at level 1, so I went to level 2 and level 3. So every time you level up, you get an upgrade point. So I have 2 upgrade points. So I'm going to use those to upgrade one of these stats. And I'm going to choose to do attack. So it increases your stat by 5%, and it's rounded down. So that means that 1 upgrade point will do nothing, and this is how many upgrade points you've used. A second upgrade point will increase it to 16. And you saw that these all went to 0. That's just part of the code checking to see what your stat is. So as you can see, 2 upgrade points made the 15 go into 16. If this was like, if your attack stat was 40, you put in an upgrade point, it should go up to 42. So it's 5% per upgrade point. So now my attack stat is increased by 10% because I put 2 points into it. So I'm going to go back to my inventory and buy a few new potions. And I can show off the medium dungeon. I'm not going to be able to defeat it. So the way the dungeons work is you don't get rewards from the dungeon until you reach the last room. But you do get, if any potions you've used, the potions you've used will disappear. So in order to defeat a medium dungeon, you're going to have to bring a lot of health potions, but it's very doable. So if you remember from before, I had 1 Gamma Shard. This gave me 5 Gamma Shards. So if I got the rewards from this dungeon, I should get 5 Gamma Shards, 10 Gamma Shards, 30 experience points, 30 experience points, and here's an enemy. So also another thing you're going to notice is in the easy dungeon, your health increases by 20% for each room you enter. In medium, it increases by 10%. You don't have enough mana to use this attack. So in the medium dungeon, it increases by 10%. And in the hard dungeon, they increase by 5% for every new room you enter. So there you go. I've been defeated. So I did not get any new Gamma Shards. I did not get any experience. The way you get experience and Gamma Shards, and the way you get all of your rewards from the dungeon, is by getting to the last room in the dungeon, defeating that boss, and then pressing the OK button. I don't remember what I called the button, but once you've defeated the last boss of the dungeon, pressing the button that says like OK to finish the dungeon, that is what you do to get your rewards from the dungeon. So that's what the game is so far. I have a lot of plans for the dungeon, and for the dungeon rooms, and for storyline. I do have an idea for a storyline, but for now I wanted the game at least to work, and then we can do some bug fixing and whatever. So you can put in the comments of any of my videos, like you can tell me problems you're having with the game, and I'll try to fix any bugs that come up in the game. So I guess that's my game. That's kind of a tutorial on how to play. I showed you how to use items in your inventory, and I showed you kind of how the game works. The monsters get really hard, so you have to, like, the hard dungeon is really, really hard, but there's a lot of there's a lot of good rewards that come out of it. And so you just have to bring a lot of health potions to the hard dungeon, and then you should be fine. So that's how you play my game. And in easy dungeon, I want it to usually take no health potions to defeat the dungeon. So I got 105 experience, which leveled me up. I'm going to... You can honestly just put all your stats into one point. I could do defense, I could do speed. But I think I'm going to do attack, so... yeah, so the speed stat is there because... like, if I think... At this point, if I do a hard dungeon and I fight an enemy... So you can see that this is a 5x5. If I find an enemy, I think that in the hard dungeon... at least the boss slime at the end should give me the boss enemy should give me, what am I trying to say? It'll outspeed me, so it'll attack first. And as you can see, I'm not going to be able to defeat this slime without using a level 3 health potion. So as I said, the hard dungeon is really hard. So I'm going to use this potion. That means I've used a potion, which means that potion is not coming back if I lose this dungeon. And I will lose this dungeon. So, you have to press that next button on the results screen to get your rewards. So if I close the game before I get there, so this is 9 Gamma Shards. If I close the game before I click that button, then you won't get your rewards from that dungeon. So I should have gotten 19 Gamma Shards by now. And I've used a health potion. So I'm demonstrating that right now, that I'm also completely out of mana. I think this is actually 0, which is funny. So I was defeated. So I should have gotten 19 Gamma Shards, but I'm sitting here with 15 from the previous dungeon I did. I didn't get any experience, and I used that potion. So, like I said, that's kind of proof that it gets used up. So thanks for watching this How You Play My Game. I hope you enjoy. Obviously it's not finished. There's a lot of work that I want to do on this screen. I might add a few files. I might have 5 files you can play. So thanks for watching. This has been Joystick Justin, and I will see you next time.